Hey everyone, it's Adam, your Southwest Florida real estate advisor. Today I wanted to do a quick react video to something that I saw here from our local NBC channel that they posted. They're talking about the ongoing inventory, flooding of condos, and what some are considering a condo crisis. As you know, a lot of these properties here in town with shared common elements and condos, usually apartments, things like that, they lost their roofs and were destroyed, a lot of them from Hurricane Irma. And then Hurricane Ian came through when a lot of these communities were under litigation with a insurance company that went under when all of these claims rushed at the same time. So what has happened now is in these shared communities, condo places, HOAs, things like that, you're seeing a lot of these owners get taxed with special assessments, which is causing a lot of these people that maybe purchased something that was towards the lower end of the market for, say, $100,000, $200,000 condo that was appealing at one point, now got tacked on with maybe a $20,000, $40,000, $60,000 assessment, where they're required now to pay an extra $600, $700, $800 a month, which for a lot of these retired people and most people in general that are on a fixed income, when you have a change like that, on top of insurance costs and a lot of other things rising, you're seeing people get forced to sell their condo here. So that's my take on it. I just want to show a quick video here. We'll do a reaction to it, and then we'll look at some of the statistics here, specifically around condos in Collier and Lee County. Let's see what we have.
Many condo owners in Southwest Florida are facing thousands of dollars in assessments, and some can't afford it.
There's a rush of people now putting their condos up for sale, and buyers seem to be shying away. NBC2's Dave Elias, who covers the insurance industry for us, is finding out what led up to this latest crisis.
Well, we've told you about the insurance crisis, but now there is a condo crisis brewing. In fact, more condos on the market right now in Florida than there have been in years. A couple of reasons. Places like the Foxmoor Lakes here in North Fort Myers are seeing special assessments added to their...
And remember, a lot of these communities close to the river, close to coastal areas, during Hurricane Ian took water. Meaning that these insurance companies not only had to re-roof, but they had to do major water remediation, which most of these insurance companies are truthfully not prepared to divvy out and cover.
High-priced insurance.
We just got an assessment for $2,450. It's a one-time assessment. It's due in August.
Kristen Moose and her neighbors now scrambling to come up with the extra cash.
It's very difficult because we didn't budget for this. We just paid, at the beginning of the year, we paid about $2,000 for flood insurance. And now we're hit with this assessment.
Yep. According to Realtor's listings, more than 6,500 condos are on the market right now in just Lee and Collier counties.
We'll take a closer look at that.
Day.
I hear from everybody, I can't afford it. I'm not going to be able to afford it in another year. And what happens if we get hit again?
This condo's been on the market more than 6 months.
We have about 1,000.
A very common thing I'm hearing from folks that are selling in those areas is what happens if we get hit, or what happens if we get hit during the time we're for sale. People are really, really scared that experience that water rush, and we're in these high flood zones where you're seeing a lot of people hit the market, and you might get hit with another assessment on top of what is already imposed.
Additional condos compared to this time last year.
Realtor Claudia Springate says that the condo owner forced to reduce the price below $180,000.
But also I think it has to do with association fees. They have increased somewhere between 20 and 25% on average.
And new state laws also require condo associations to be fully funded in case of disaster.
A lot of these communities had assessments, and people have become very nervous about the fact that they're going to buy a condo and they're going to get hit with another assessment. Or there's pending assessments, and sometimes what happens is those assessments go on to the new buyer.
Potentially forcing more people to try and sell in a market that's become overly saturated.
And you're seeing a lot of sellers opt to pick up these big assessments to make their property more appealing to the next buyer.
Now, while these special assessments can be on average of a couple $1,000s, realty experts tell me that in some of the more pricey areas, they're seeing special assessments upwards of tens of thousands of dollars. In North Fort Myers, Dave Elias, NBC2.
Insurance premiums have been rising sharply for years. Many of you may be wondering where this crisis is headed. Join us this Friday at 8 p.m. for an NBC2 special.
All right, we'll cut them there. Let's take a look at some of these stats. So I pulled up here in Lee and Collier County. We're doing condo, and we'll leave it open to new construction and resale. But let's take a look at some of this data here. So Lee County is going to be the teal, and Collier is going to be the orange. So let's take a look at months of supply. So less than 3 months of supply is considered a seller's market. Right around 3 months, a little above, is considered a more neutral market. And above 5 to 6 months, that's considered a buyer's market. So you're seeing high inventory here. And fortunately, it looks like it's starting to begin to slope down. But, year over year data, you're looking at 84% increase of condos for sale, months of supply of condos for sale here in Lee County. And you're seeing 86% in Collier County. So both of these, it's very, very buyer favored right now for the condo market here in Southwest Florida. Now the average close price, that's actually up if you're looking at that data, which is quite encouraging. But I'll tell you, as someone who's selling real estate here on the ground, most condo owners are selling substantially less than what they were anticipating for. So there may be a couple big sales that control that average price. However, there's more going on. Let's look at the big thing here addressed in the video was homes for sale. So in Lee County, you're seeing almost 70% increase of properties for sale, specifically condos for sale. That's a big increase. And in Collier County, you're seeing over 75% increase of condos for sale in the local market. So this is what many here on the ground are referring to as the condo crisis. I just want to assure you that properties are still selling regardless of the market conditions if you have a great agent in there working to get it sold. But I just wanted to react to that video that was recently posted here by NBC and then take a closer look at our market stats. If you have any questions about your property, the area, or are just curious about maybe another part of this area that we can take a closer dive at, leave me a comment below. We'll see you in the next one.